Hello, everyone. It is April 16th. Welcome to the podcast.
Set timer for 29 minutes and 40 seconds.
Welcome to the
29 minutes and 40 seconds, starting now.
KeNekt Podcast. We have 29 minutes.
Talking to your mic.
Talking to the mic. Hello, hello. I hope you can hear me. Hope you can hear me. I have yet to memorize this poem, and it's not because I can't. It's because I just don't want to. So let me see. It's called. I think I've shared pieces of it before, but I did want to just try to do it. Did we ever? We did share it, but we took it down, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Because we have it. Yes, because I did not like how it sounded.
You were.
And my partner here, did not have the guts to tell me the truth on how bad it sounded.
I always have the guts.
But now, since yesterday was 415 Day, and for those who don't know, it is a day where quite a few natives celebrate 415 Day being the area code. I wonder if we should have something on
Native Americans or
that part. But I wonder if we should have something around because the new area code, there's like a new area
6
code,
to 8.
6 to 8. So can we have 2 holidays? Can we also? I mean, what would that even look like? Who would participate in the 6 to 8? Is it people who have 6 to 8, or
The
is it
gentrified.
everyone who exactly?
well, you know who only has 628s is the bill collectors. They have 628.
All the bill collectors get together.
All the bill collectors have 628. There you go. That's a.
So they since they have all this money from collecting.
They have newer numbers, so numbers they change and they try to.
They should have a fancy one. Like it probably would be a fancy one because it would be possibly gentrifiers and bill collectors united. Who lead the 6 to 8 day.
Yeah.
Anyways. He is definitely messing with my groove here. If only I had headphones, I can know.
I can get you headphones.
I would know.
Just...
Then let me have headphones.
Okay.
Because
I just told you I don't want headphones.
okay, you don't use headphones. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. About the home thing, but I just think that no meter maid should be allowed to go to 415.
You're so.
If you are a meter maid, you're not allowed to celebrate 415 Day. I'm sorry. What is going on here? What is going on here? I am disconnected. No.
Poor meter maids.
Anywhere
There's probably a meter maid somewhere that's just struggling. I want to live here. This is my home. This is the only way I make money. You just get on the pod and start shit.
Does it matter? Wait, which one is mine?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
You just start shitting on meter maids for no reason.
We're
people too, damn it.
Meter maids are in my category next to
Police.
dramatic baby daddies. Okay, I can't stand them.
Natalie wants to defund police, meter maids, and dramatic baby daddies. That's what Natalie wants to defund. That's what she protests for every weekend. For the meter maids to go away, the police to be defunded, and for dramatic baby daddies to not be dramatic. Come on, bro. Get it together.
This week, not this week, literally yesterday and today, 2 people that I've never met were just you look familiar. I think that's just a secret way of flirting for older men whose wife may be around. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It was just kind of like, I've never seen you before. I've never been here.
Well,
I just have that familiar face.
No, you don't have a familiar face. I know people like a familiar face, like you definitely look familiar. And it's not, sometimes it's not a form of flirting, sometimes it's just, you look familiar, but I don't think you have a familiar face.
I mean, every single time I'm like, do you watch, what's that show?
I thought you were going to say porn.
No. What? Do I have a vixen kind of face?
You should.
Like,
No, you should
video vixen.
do that for fun. Just like when they're like,
Oh, do you watch porn?
you look familiar. Do you watch porn? You know? And then now you'll see the reaction like, no, that's not.
That would
Or
be
they'll
dope.
run away. They'll be like, listen,
No.
this is my wife. Be quiet.
That
Shut
would
your
be
mouth.
dope. That would be dope.
Right.
Right. No, what's that show? Oh my gosh. That show.
The meter maid wars?
No. It's me against them. That's what the show's about. Meter maid wars.
That should be,
I go and like ticket the meter. Like I go and follow the meter maid, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm somehow like some type of superhero here. Like, no. Like,
Oh no! So the way you do it is, listen. This is something I do, and I do this probably with like because you're at war against them. I feel like I'm against them too by proxy. So like when I see it,
solidarity.
you know how like you know the meter maid days or you know the street sweeping days, and so just walk really slow in the street where the meter person can't get around you. And there'll be somebody who's running. You'll see somebody running. If you see them running, like do something, step in the way, and just kind of like do the Bay Area walk, that Oakland walk where you walk real slow.
Really slow.
And then the meter maid, they don't do nothing. They don't care. And the person's able to make it to their car.
Exactly.
I've done that probably 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Like I see somebody like getting it.
Now that.
And you know what? I felt bad for the first guy because he was a little chunky, and I felt his pain, but he didn't want a ticket. I kind of stood in the way of the meter lady, like I was waiting for my Uber, like putting my phone up, looking around, and then I was like, oh, I didn't see you. Come on.
Right.
So help somebody out.
Help somebody out when you see them.
When you see somebody running for the meter, step in the way.
Do something. Speak up. Walk slow.
This is a.
Trip the meter maid as he's walking.
No, don't trip them. Don't run over your foot.
Like, no, I'm saying like if they come out of their.
If they get out the car, yeah.
And they're like, just walk.
I do think though that meter maids, or the meter people, I think that they're nicer in San Francisco. I do get that.
It depends.
Like in Oakland, they're like, nah, bro, I'm already here. Your ticket's rolling up. Like the meter people in San Francisco will be like, next time don't park there. You know the days. Be some yelling and they'll drive off. In Oakland, they're for sure like, nah, you getting this ticket, bro. You want this ticket.
I would never understand how like damn near all the fucking offices that can support you and help you during the pandemic were closed to the public. Like you couldn't do an in-person anything or get a hold of somebody in person. But SFMTA never fucking closed. I mean, I guess they were set up. They were ready. They're ready for anything. They got like
zombie apocalypse.
Right, they're ready. They got like fucking zombies are gonna be getting tickets. Like what the fuck?
We don't care if there's a zombie apocalypse. You gonna move your car out the rail when it's time. You gonna follow them street signs. I don't care what happened. End of the damn world, right? The comet is coming. And we got 24 hours till the comet gets here. Move your car.
That's the only.
Move your car.
Right. That's the only fucking building that's like super proof. Like they got bulletproof windows. They're like it's the only one that's gonna be left standing.
The only thing that survive are cockroaches and the meter maids.
Right. Exactly. And
that's a skit. Mark that down.
They probably have
in a world.
Like they're ready. They have emergency food and
in a world.
Like they're ready.
That is
no
desperate.
matter what. Like
the end has come. And then you hear like a meter maid car squeaking down the middle of the street.
I think like our podcast should have like a rant. It's more my rant, but you just kind of support. You're there for
of course. That was always the thing. Like.
But yeah, definitely we're gonna start. Opening with talking shit about meter maids. that is the intro to today's podcast. It's to every podcast.
These meter maids, they're out of hand. That's the name of this week's
Fuck
podcast.
the system. Fuck the system.
Meter maids, out of control.
Out of control.
Right.
No. I think they should have made it into my poem somehow, but they didn't, because it's all about the beautiful things of just my beautiful people here in the city of San Francisco. San Francisco. Isn't there like a San Francisco? Oh no, there's a Frisco, Texas. Isn't there a
Frisco, Texas. Yeah.
How do we know that? 1100 a.m. The Christian radio station.
Are they from Frisco?
There's like this one preacher I used to always listen to on that would always be like, Frisco, Texas, like something about like if you want to like write to them or send them money, something about being out of Frisco, Texas. But anyways,
I know Frisco, Texas, because isn't that where Selena was born?
I don't think so. Frisco. I thought she was from San Antonio.
No, she was not.
Yes, I do believe so.
We're all just making stuff up. I know she wasn't from San Antonio. I know where she was from.
No, she wasn't from San Antonio.
Okay, she was born in Lake Jackson.
Oh. Look at that.
She was born in Lake Jackson. Oh, she died in Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi.
That's what I know.
That's what you thought.
And today's her birthday.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Selena.
Happy birthday, Selena. Oh my gosh. That's why I did see something on Instagram.
Yeah, where it said
about
like our
something.
queen or something like that.
I just, no, like.
Happy
it was
birthday,
like,
Selena.
Como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú, se marchitó y me marchó. Yo sé perder, pero como me duele.
Wait, is that? Didn't say right.
No, you know, and I definitely been inspired by her as an artist for such a long time. I remember when I was hella young and we would watch the movie. I feel like I was like fucking, I don't know, 11, 12, 13. And we would watch the movie and I would be like wanting to sing like her. And,
Yeah.
and then my brother would be like, you can't sing. Why are you always trying to sound like her?
Yeah.
Like hating as brother as always. That's just what siblings do.
I was-
shit.
I was intrigued because I wanted to be in a band, a family band like her.
Right?
But
That's
nobody
right.
else in my family played instruments.
Oh,
Just
my
me and my dad.
We should be
So I
in
wanted.
a band together.
Right, let's start a band.
Let's
We'll be
just start.
We'll start a band.
We're starting a band, y'all. We're starting a band. I think.
And I like when a parent believes like in their kid,
Mhm.
like and pushes them like you got a talent. Like even what's it, LeVar Ball?
Mhm.
Like where everybody's like this guy's crazy. I'm like, yo, this guy he believes in his children, and now look at him. They're
Yeah.
like in the NBA. It's like, yeah, that guy wasn't crazy, not so crazy now.
Just real quick, Rube. Do you hear that?
What?
Is that coming from the fan from here?
The buzz is a wire, one of the wires. So it is something I gotta fix. I believe it might be
But aren't they gonna hear it?
no, because I can correct it.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay.
In post, I can correct it.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, just that I like seeing like parents who believe in their kids, like, or even when their kids want to quit, like you have a gift that should be shared with the world
Yeah.
in that kind of sense. Remember, she was like getting tired and she wanted to live her life.
Yeah.
And so, but he always like, you're gonna be big. You're gonna be big one day.
Right.
Just keep going. Believe in
Right.
yourself. I believe in you. Oh,
And
dope,
like,
dope.
you know, I mean, I know that must have been, you know, of course there should be like, you know, maybe if she wants to live her life or whatever, and you know, but I overall, I mean, I don't know, we only seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
But I think if it's true, and from her as a young age she started singing and being out there, but at the same time it's kind of like some people like criticize like, oh, you know, he made money off of her kind of thing, and like, you know, her career and this and that. But I feel like even I just feel like people just criticize, and most people are probably people that haven't never probably started their own thing from bottom up or something, because I feel like, in a sense, like a lot of strangers do that with each other.
I do think though that like you said, we only know what the movie gives us, and like with the TV show, I thought the TV show was actually pretty good. But like one thing that I caught is like he wanted there to be a place. Like when he started buying the houses, I think that was a TV show, right? He just wanted a place where his kids can come back, right? And even in like a lot of Latino cultures now, that's the big thing. Like, I have a house just in case my kid has to come home, or just in case there's always a room, or we'll make it work.
But bigger than that, Ruth, come on now, like, you know, a family can build and leave for their next generation, leave something to inherit their kids and their kids to have.
That is true. That is true. But I'm just speaking of there being a safety. Like, that was one thing that my dad always told me, was like, I just want to have a house so that if my kids ever have to come home for any reason, there's a place that they'll be able to come home. And I know it's even like that with your mom. Like, if one of you guys ever have to come for any reason, there's going to be a place. And so she's going to be mad, but there's going to be a place.
It's going to be like, here's a link to a Craigslist ad about a studio around the corner.
While you're in the house cooking her food, she's all sending you apartment rentals. Like,
yeah, like instantly. Like
peep
before,
this.
She like has spidey senses.
I remember when she would like send you bed stuff, and you're like, you know, I was like, here's like a couch for your apartment or whatever.
That you might get.
Are you sending me?
Right.
That's messed up.
No, but I appreciate that all the time, because it's always she knows I can be independent, and that's the best like way of life that I can live. It's very independently.
I think
I love that she sees that in me.
Like a very famous queen once said, like, all the independent women, throw your hands up at me. Right? Beyonce, that's her name.
Independent, throw your boy, you know I'm
You killed my joke. You killed my joke. Okay.
Sorry.
Don't disrespect her. Like, God.
I can't even remember my own words to my own stuff.
Right.
Let alone.
Take a break.
Let alone. No.
Go make a cup of noodles. I gotta figure this out.
But yeah, no, like, you know, all these. I'm glad you're like mentioning all these women that have inspired me, even artistically, right? And like, I want to share this poem, and just because yesterday was 415 Day, but like, those that know me, when I write, I do write about issues, and I feel like I'm gonna write something new soon regarding like current issues that I feel are affecting young people, and kind of turning this podcast a little bit more into a subject that we really wanted to touch on today, and that is you know, the homelessness issue amongst like our young people that are like 18 to 25, who are struggling out in the streets and struggling with homelessness. And oftentimes the population that we see right now is struggling with this. is the undocumented young adults, young students that come unaccompanied, that come by themselves. They could be like 17, come by themselves, and then like a few years later sort of be in the street. Even the next year, like, oh, you're 18, oh, you're 20, like you gotta be gone, right?
And a lot of people don't realize that our poorly built like system for unaccompanied minors, it stops when they're 18. It stops. Some stuff maybe rolls on to their 21, but for the most part, when they hit a certain age, they're cut off, right? And they have nothing. Sorry to cut you off, but a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, and you know, I think, you know, I can hear like the voices of a lot of different people that criticize these young people that are undocumented that come here. You know, but I will say that there's a lot of homeless people that come from Utah, Texas, Florida, you know, different places to California to get support. And it's been said that other states send buses full of homeless people to California to get the support. Like I've literally met people on a hike that I've gone to, and they've talked to me about how they're part of this program and that they were sent from another state to be part of like a program for people who are homeless. And so it's like, you know, people want to criticize sometimes. Go ahead.
I've met people in not weird places, but I've met homeless people in Ubers where they have good jobs, and just due to the weather, it's kind of better to be homeless out here with the job. Like they're able to sleep in their car, they're able to go to different places like gyms and stuff to shower. These are people with jobs, of course, but they've said like it's easier to be homeless in the streets of California just because of the weather. Like the worse it gets is maybe 40 degrees and rain, where in other places those temperatures drop to sometimes 19, 10 degrees.
Right. The homeless issue amongst the TAPE population, the transitional age youth population, you know, it's sad. It's sad to hear stories of, I was riding the bus all night, you know, until, you know, they came and met me at the school, right?
Yeah.
And so, it's really sad. It's really sad. It's as a system in the situation when it comes down to undocumented youth, the system says you are to be attending school in order to remain here, yet we don't care about your living situation, right?
Yeah.
And it's really sad and it's really hard. It's a sticky situation, right? I mean, I just think like many of us come, whether you're coming to California, you're coming for a better life, for better pay, for higher rent. Yeah, I don't know why, but better pay. Even those that are, you know, privileged and wealthy are coming to California, are coming to San Francisco for better pay, for more money, for a better life, and you know, oftentimes our undocumented youth that are coming from you know, Mexico or Central America are often, you know, really just looked at as they call them, illegal aliens, you know, and it's like, hold on, like, you're not even from San Francisco to be talking about anybody, like, you know, and you know, it's a really hard issue all the way around, and I think all we can do is really focus. For me, what I found is no matter what color you are, where you come from, what your background is, I have dedicated and focused my life and my career around young people. You know, and so no matter where you come from, and now I'm seeing this, you know, a lot of different things from mental health crisis to amongst our young people after the pandemic to, being unhoused and struggling, for food and clothes. So I am dedicated to this so much, and every day, I am working hours and hours to just support our young people, to support and be there for them, for be an ear to them, be a resource to them, be inspiration to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of you may or may not know, many may not know actually, that I was a teen mom. That I had a hard time in school myself, and I told my young people the other day, I told my youth, I was like, I'm here to tell y'all, don't go that way because I done been there.
Yeah.
And don't do that. But if you did, like I said, I'm like, for those young mothers who did get, pregnant at 15, 16 years old or whatever, as a teen mom, life isn't over, and there's still a lot that you can do, no matter what. So, some of my students are often shocked, like, what? Like, you were a teen mom, and are often shocked that I am their leader, as far as like, I have someone who thinks that their life is over because they didn't get their high school diploma, or that their life, that their life is over because they had a kid at a young age, but it's not.
I think that so much goes into like prevention.
Mm-hmm.
That, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like so much is taught in preventing teen pregnancy,
mm-hmm.
that when it happens, a lot of times they're just forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
And like the big issue is like women if they should get abortion. It's something that everybody bickers over. When the realization is that there are a lot of people that are having babies that are going unnoticed.
Yeah.
And they slip through the cracks and they fill up the foster system. And
Yeah.
our foster system is already
mm-hmm.
crappy. And so
mm-hmm.
these are other kids that are just kind of forgotten after it happens. So,
mm-hmm.
so much goes into prevention,
mm-hmm.
and not a lot goes into the afterthought like you're doing.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I'm hoping there's definitely, some things that me and Ruben were talking about earlier on some initiatives, or, just things that we want to do, projects that we want to do. One of them being is to raise funds, and at the end, we'll give a little bit more information on this, but, it's definitely inspired by, a true story of me, having to help one of my students who is in the TAPE population, that is struggling with homelessness. And I feel like we should be able to come together as a community to raise funds,
and this is something that you're currently in. That's right. And so it's a situation that when you go back Monday or even tonight, mm-hmm. it's something that you have to work on.
This whole and so I want to be able to raise money together as a community to really connect to certain issues, and this one in particular, being homelessness, and with Tay youth, or Tay population, and raise funds so that we are able to place a student or a young person in temporary, like, emergency shelter, like 3 days in a hotel, and in those 3 days support the student in getting some more permanent, like, shelter, where they would get additional services like case management services to be supportive to a more permanent housing situation.
And I don't want to beat the drum. It's just that for people to kind of understand. I once heard someone say that the humans a human's greatest gift is empathy.
Mm-hmm.
That if everybody just was empathetic towards one another, that a lot of problems would be solved.
Yeah.
And just trying to get people to understand that this is a young person that's not from here, and so that's already a barrier. They have nobody to go to, and they've been kind of kicked out because they've hit a certain age point, and they're in school still trying to get better themselves.
Yeah.
And so just connecting to people having empathy, I feel like we could connect to that empathy, that we can get this done. I know we can get this done.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to say it again, I feel like a lot of us that may be listening or maybe, watching this came and went somewhere to find a better life and an opportunity, right? So that they won't just be surviving for the next, meal, but always gonna go look for a better opportunity. So I pray and hope that that judgment and criticism would just stop against our young people, no matter where they're from. Again, no matter if they're from here, if they're at the end of the day, young people have been affected also by the pandemic, and I feel like we, some of us were not that young and suffered a pandemic, and we can't say, that we understand what they may be going through before their brain is fully developed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their brain isn't fully developed until after about 24, and that's a different life. Back then you're confused, you're lost, depression is super easy. You don't know that you can, be resilient. You know what I mean? You don't fully know that and so I for a resilient San Francisco, for a resilient community, is what I'm pushing for, is that we as a people who are a little more privileged and privileged in all kinds of different ways, whether it is knowing the language, knowing the resources, knowing how to navigate resources, having education around some of just having resources, or having that education from your family, having family here, your mom, your parent, so many privileges that we have, where we can really, like Ruben said, be empathetic and share that with the community. And that's always what I'm gonna be pushing for. And a lot of times, a lot of my poetry that I write is around resilience and being resilient. You know what I mean? And so here is, and I keep saying here is the poem called "It's the City Where I'm From." And like I said, my 415 day was spent supporting students in San Francisco with all the needs, high school students in San Francisco with all the needs, and providing a safe space for students in San Francisco, and making sure basic needs like housing and food are met. And so that was my happy 415 day, y'all. It wouldn't have been happy 415 day had we not been able to find young people for finding this young person some support. It would have not been a happy 415 day. And hold on one second, everyone.
Was from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from M.O. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To access this call, press 5.
This is a loved one
To
of
block
mine.
This call and all future calls, press 7.
He's gonna hear
To
me
reach-
perform my
begin
poem.
speaking Now.
Hey, brother. I'm recording right now my podcast, but it's okay, just stay on here because I'm gonna read this poem real quick. So just stay on the line. Don't worry. I want you to listen. You might have heard it before, maybe not. But yesterday was 415 days, so I didn't really. I did what I was supposed to do, which was, answer, the call, I guess, to some of the needs of the students, and so that was my 415 day, but I did want to perform this poem. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, listen. I was just about to start performing it, and then you called, but it's good, perfect timing. Okay, it goes like this. It's a city where I'm from. 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 It's a city, Frisco. It's a city, you know. It's a city, Frisco. It's a city, you know. Born in St. Luke's, from the mission to the Bayview. Shoes wasn't new, but you know we always stay cool. New girl from the mission, new friends, new culture, surrounded by many churches, bigger house, new sofa. Fam can now come to the U.S. to find a better life, because a 4-bedroom is now a 5-bedroom, and a dining room is just an extra bedroom. 4 families in one house to make sure the bills getting paid. Now it's 2001, a troubled child running from reality because daddy left and drank was his everything. Mommy struggling to live in the city. Now Richmond, California is her only home. Frisco streets were my only choice. Became a second home for me because you couldn't keep me out my city, because you know, oh you know. It's a city where I'm from. 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 It's a city, Frisco. It's a city, you know. It's a city, Frisco. It's a city, you know. Some lessons I learned and others I just took them L's. Fell many times but always got back up. Teen mom finding her way. Asleep and only dreaming of better times. I woke up at 18 listening to some teen shout, "Fuck the police," because their 15-year-old friend was shot and killed by 3 police. 10 years later, our black and brown youth still being oppressed by the system got me crying, got me praying. Yeah, I'm praying. Oh, Father, 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 I want to see the light. He said, daughter, 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 you're gonna be the light. You're gonna let it shine. Let it shine brighter than the city lights and taller than these skyscrapers. There's a reason why you're here, no matter where you at. If you're in a point, the mission, Sunnydale or Lakeview, let's shine brighter than the city lights. Let's stand taller than these skyscrapers. No matter where you at, if you in a mode, the Jets, the Hill, the Maney, or the VGs, let's shine brighter than the city lights. Let's stand taller than these skyscrapers. Cause it's the city where we're from. I said it's the city where we're from. It's the city where we're from. It's the city where we're from. Shine to lead others. Women and girls, let's build each other up. Stop the gossip. Men and boys, keep each other safe and strong. Protect our community. Fighting violently over power that was taken way back some generations. Somehow the thieves, killers, kidnappers, rapists, the pimps, murderers, those colonists made us believe it was us that didn't deserve to live. That our women who have always been queen and guerreras, mothers who give life, didn't deserve respect. It was them who still have some deceived. Have you believing that the homie down the street trying to take your money and he believes the same lie? Y'all selling poison. Another brother trapped 5-0 after all 3 of y'all, and only the city's getting paid. I said only the city's getting paid. They make money off our pain. Fear is their goal. Power is what they want. Driven by greed for the love of money is the root of all evil. So if this is the city where you're from, is this the city where you're from? So that's that one. Brother, had I shared that one with you?
I never heard that. That shit gave me chills right now.
Man, I don't even want to share the next one because it's a trip. It's called "Just Open the Door," and it's another one too. Yeah, no, I mean I wrote that a minute ago, but since yesterday was 415 day, and honestly, I was so busy supporting some of my students and stuff like that I didn't even get to really go out and nothing. But like I was just saying right now, like it wouldn't have been a happy 405 day had I not been able to find the resources that a certain student needed, even basic needs like food and shelter. So it went good, and yeah, I'm just recording right now. Hmm.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. So you're part of my podcast now. We should ask you some questions. I should ask you some questions. How are you? Yeah. And any thoughts? Any thoughts on anything? What's going on around the world? On the Will Smith smacking Chris Rock? I mean, anything. What are your thoughts?
Right now, I'm just waiting for this Warriors game right now. You know, game 1 today, so.
Okay. What time it start again?
It's at 5:30, right?
Okay, 5:30 that time, so it's like what, 7:30 our time?
They're here.
Huh?
8:30.
Oh, okay.
5:30.
Okay, yes, game 1. I
Thanks
mean,
for that, man. You know.
that's dope. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm excited about that too. We're gonna have to, next time, we'll chop it up about that too. We'll watch it, and then we'll chop it up. But I only have this space where I'm at for like another 15 minutes, so, I'm gonna finish up a little bit here, and then,
Yeah, let you do your thing. If anything, for another day, see what's up.
yes, and then I'll have another poem that might give you chills or make you cry. But no, but really, what did you think about like it's the city where I'm from part? Like, do you see that as being like a little bit of an anthem or what?
Yeah, man. Especially your voice. You know, your voice sounding good too.
I was just talking about how you used to talk shit about me when I used to try to sound like Selena. And you used to be like, you can't sing like her. Like we're like 13, freaking 12 years old. Right?
Let that dream go.
Right.
You got it.
Thank you, brother. Yes, we gonna get out of here, brother. We gonna get out the trenches. No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking shit. I live in a nice place.
Right.
But outside though, it's right by. It's once you go outside, it becomes the trenches. You don't know who is who, and who you really can't tell. Like, are you wearing headphones or talking to yourself? I don't know. Which one are you?
You're dressed for both.
You both are wearing Patagonia. I still just don't know. Like somehow you're homeless, but your shoes are nice. So it's just
White people wear Patagonia.
yeah. They donate. They donate the nice jackets. But yeah, no, you don't know what's happening when you go outside. And there's like amazing people. I think I've talked about this before. There's some pretty cool people out there that, although they might be on something in a while and out, they'll look out for you at the same time. It's been very interesting. Like I had one guy, I was walking, it was late, moving my car because of stupid tickets, right? And moving my car super late, like at 1 a.m, and then the guy's like, I wouldn't go there if I were you. And I'm just like, wait, what happened? It's 1 a.m. Where? What? I do hear some craziness going like near the corner of my house, some yelling and stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to help you. And he's like screaming at me, and I'm scared. I don't know, should I go with him? Should I go back to my house? I don't know what to do. But yeah, they're very helpful at the same time. So I'm grateful for everyone in my community. But yeah, brother.
This call is from a federal prison.
Dang, why you gotta tell everybody? Nah, I'm just kidding. Mitch, ¿quién te preguntó? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'll talk.
Thanks, sis, you feel me? Like, it's real positive, you feel me? Like,
Yes, we gotta be resilient. We gotta be resilient no matter what comes our way. We gotta try to keep our head up. I know that's easier said than done for especially for me and talking to you, right? But life can often suck and be great at the same time, and we can find little things to be grateful for, and the little privileges that we may have, and find them for the moment. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be hell forever. At times we have seasons of bad, but really, Ruben.
Sorry.
But yeah, love you, brother, and I'll talk to you a little later, or call me ASAP too.
Another day, sure to.
Okay, pues. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Bye. So sorry. Yeah, that was that, and I don't know if I should do the other one, but maybe I can save it definitely for the next one when we continue to promote our GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a conversation that we had this morning, so we still have to get all
I feel
of
like
that
it's something
organized.
we should talk about right now, though, just to
Mhm.
kind of to put it out there. So one of the ideas that we had
Mhm.
initially was starting a GoFundMe page, so we can help people like the young student that she has, and just people in general, because it's not something that is like isolated just to you and your school, right? This is something that's going on all around us, and so we wanted to start a GoFundMe. Of course, we want to get deeper into that, like starting our own foundation to do things like this, but if we can get a GoFundMe right now, just to start helping people, and then that stuff goes a long way to where we try to get finances. We're able to tell them, like, look, we've been getting money, we've been raising money by any means. We've been putting in our time. We've been we're real serious about this. This isn't just a cash grab that we want to do. This is something that we believe in. We want to help young people, even to the point where we were talking about having a general one and then one for young people who are struggling with substance abuse, where we're able to help them and get them into different programs that help them. And so it's something that we want to do, and we figured why wait, because there's a lot of red tape that we have to cross to get those those licenses or those corporation names. Why wait? We can start with a GoFundMe and try to help as many as we can.
Yeah.
And GoFundMe and us putting in what we have to put in just to help people.
Yeah.
And get them housed and stuff.
Yeah, no, and I'm so down to be super transparent and collaborative with the KeNekt community that I want, that I'm hoping that we could have, right?
Yeah.
Through social media, through just connecting, right, with people. And I don't know, maybe this is where, if you want to get on the live so we can continue to talk about this with the KeNekt community, even if we or just record something that we post up in the KeNekt page. But I definitely want to be transparent and again work collaboratively with the whole KeNekt community. Anyone that's listening to us, anybody that watches our Instagram stuff or YouTube stuff, you're part of this. You're part of the KeNekt family. Anybody can come and be part of the KeNekt family to really support any initiatives. And our focus right now is, young people that, struggling with homelessness. And if you want to be part of that, if you want to be part of the community that really helps this group be resilient and to just have the basic needs, like which I feel like we should all have a human right. It's a human right to have a shelter and food.
A bed, yes.
And especially here in San Francisco, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired about writing poetry about how I see a tent next to a Tesla. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of it. Maybe that's the next poem, that it's gonna be tents and Teslas. But, you know, I'm tired of it. I don't want to write about it. I don't want to just talk about it. We need to come together collaboratively as a community, to raise these funds, to make sure that if there is a student that is struggling with homelessness and needs emergency housing for 3 days, that we're able to. Let me just sort of, I think I may even have a receipt on how much it would cost for 3 days. And, like, seriously, I might have it right here. It would cost for 3 days in a, like, sort of hostel style hotel that's very clean, a total of $180. I mean, they do a deposit, but, you know, that's just, they require a deposit, but $180 to get 3 nights, so that somebody may feel like, okay, at least I have stability for 3 nights and have some time to figure out where I'm gonna have something more long term. And, you know, I feel like $180, some people spend that on shoes. Huh?
Camera's done.
Okay. Some people spend that on shoes. Like, Ruben's looking at me like, because but I couldn't think of another item. What other item? What else, Ruben, do they spend that on?
Some people spend it on weed.
That's true. I don't know, not me, because I get it for free, but what else? But that's really true. Alcohol on a night out on Friday, like, you know, I'm not trying to, like, we're not trying to shame anyone.
3 shots, $45. No, not having it.
You know, not trying to shame nobody at all. Like, I'm just saying that might be what you spend on Starbucks in a month.
Yes.
Like,
No, there's definitely, especially in my life, there's definitely a place where I can find $180. Like, you're stupid. Why are you spending $180 on games? Like, on your phone? Like, being at work, I need extra life. $1.20, $1.99. Like, there's definitely places where you find in your life that you're like,
I want to, like, have, like, a feature on, like, the apps, like, a feature. You know how they have that app where, like, it helps you, like, cancel all your subscriptions that you're not using?
Yeah,
it's
Truebill.
Like, cancel it, but have the option with Truebill. We should talk to Truebill about, would you like to donate this?
oh yeah, like you can take
Would you like
1 month of Netflix and donate it to
our
charity. Yeah,
to our charity.
That would be fine.
I don't know why I think, like, people who ask,
Charity.
would you like to donate this?
You said charity in that accent.
Charity.
Racist.
Charity. Okay, anyways. So, but you know, really, again, not trying to shoot shots at nobody that has the privilege to do all this stuff, because, you know, I know there's things that I spend on, like, food, going out to eat.
Okay, hats. I spend a lot on hats that I shouldn't spend.
I eat DoorDash. I DoorDash too much. You know, it's like, maybe I should just take my ass to a place and save all those fucking fees and taxes and fuel surcharges, and, like, it could be like, I think if I add that up, if I add it up for me, speaking for me, if I add it up, I guarantee you it's about $200 just in fees and tips. You know, and so, you know, like I said, this is something that can only happen collaboratively with the KeNekt family, and I hope that, you know, you guys can see this. If you don't know me, ask about me. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm out here.
I'm about this. No, but really, ask about me anywhere you want, and you will know that I mean this from the heart. Like, I'm not trying to take nobody's money just to use it for. Right. I always look familiar. No. Really, and find out, like, no, you'll find out that Nat does it, you know, for the right reasons. You probably, like, I swear, like, I post nothing about all that I do for community
Yeah.
on social media. Like
For sure.
nothing.
Yeah.
You would never know that I even work for a nonprofit. No, I'm just kidding. Like, what do you do? Like, are you just a stay-at-home mom? Because
Or
all I see
even never know
food
like
parties.
the connections that you have or the resources. Like
Exa-
when people talk to me about childcare, I'm like, I got a friend that will probably be able to connect you to different things. I'm like,
right.
really? Like, yeah. Natalie? Yeah. That's what she does.
Exactly. And you know, like I said, ask about me. No, because again, it's not a scam. I'm not trying to take nobody's money. I really, really, you know, can't sleep comfortable. Can't sleep
And it's not
to
even
know
it's
that
not even
students
something
are
that
sleeping on the bus.
I don't
sometimes.
even think it's something that they would even have to question us about, because I think that if, like, let's say we did go live and we had a goal of $200 and we didn't meet that goal, we're the ones that are going to put up the rest. You know what I mean? Just like, so this person can have a place to stay. We're going to be the ones that are like, all right, let's split this $110 that's left. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And not having a problem with it. Like,
Not at all.
we give to people. It's never been a thing. Don't question me about money.
No, it's all good. Question it. We're really willing. I love, like, one of the things that we often see or have encountered. I think me personally with giving donations or raising money for an organization has, to me, is the lack of transparency as to how they're using the money.
Yeah.
And I think I don't want that to be like anybody's mind, any doubts. Like, I would love to be transparent. I would love to show receipts. I would love to work collaboratively.
But I
would love
think
to-
even going to the levels that we want to go, we're gonna have to have like a open book policy. You know what I mean? Like, for getting people to trust us. Like, we know how to manage the money. We know where to put the money. And like you said, this is what you do. Like, you have different funds that you have to go through for different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, just having that where, hey, where'd this money go? Right here, bro. Here goes the book. You want it?
Exactly.
Go on, take pictures. Get back to me.
Exactly. And yeah, you know, so join us.
We're gonna be talking about it more in the coming up podcast. I think it's something that we really want to do. Even like when we were eating breakfast today, just like, and I asked, like, I even said, like, I wouldn't put it past me to wanting to find out how to open up my own shelter where people can come, not only come, but a place to come and feel safe.
Yeah.
There's a way that we're able to do it, or it's able to be done, where people are able to feel safe.
Yeah.
To feel, like when they come, that they have a place where they can rest. They can rest easy. Because, and like we were talking about earlier, like I heard that there are places, but these places are very hostile. They're very violent. And so people choose not to go there because they have to sleep with one eye open.
Yeah.
And so just having those places where we know, like, that's somewhere we can send them and we trust.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, join us in this effort. And again, this is going to be to serve all youth, ages 18 to 25, no matter what, and with additional services and internships and trainings and finishing your education, like all the supports. So just join us. I think one of the biggest things around the funds is going to be that we want to fund is being able to give people emergency shelter,
Yes.
Clean and safe shelter for 3 days. In the meantime, make sure that we can 3 nights. To make sure that we can get them into services that are more long term. So join us. I'm Natalie Ortiz with the KeNekt Podcast, and we got
Hello.
Big Room. Come on.
I was talking. There we go. It's a poor connection. Oh yeah, so join us. We're gonna be putting out some stuff on things that we want to do coming up, and we hope that you can join us and just partner in helping somebody out. Right? We gotta be empathetic towards other people, and that goes a long way. You never know what you can do just by giving a little bit or just being someone that helps. It doesn't even always necessarily have to be finances. It can be other areas like resources, being a person with resources, or just being someone who cares.
Yeah.
So you'll be hearing more about it. Our next few podcasts will probably be dedicated towards that. And then join us on the 7th of May.
Yes.
You forgot to say that. Go on and say what it is.
Well, it's May 7th. It's May 7th.
May 7th.
May 7th. Say May 7th with me so people can remember. May
7th. What were we saying like that?
It's not Cinco de Mayo, but it's 7 de Mayo. So can they see me? Because I can just see the...
They see you.
Okay, because I'm like, I see your mic. I can't even see
They
myself.
see you.
It is Calle Limpia, Corazón Contento, which is a clean streets, happy heart. And so we're going to be out there. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be artists. And we're going to be also cleaning up the streets and, kind of sending that message out there to keep our streets cleaned. And we'll be out there interviewing artists, interviewing community members, and just being out there connecting with people and having people connect with us. So definitely stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Goodbye.